back to another one of those other ones. Tales of the Towering Timbers. The Decision. So, we are here. You can't shoot people before I even do the recap. You can't do that.
I'm just testing my shit.
You missed, anyways.
I shot first.
Surprise attack. Surprise. I cast guidance.
Oh, it's good to be back. It's good to be back. Last time we all got together, we finally made it to court. It's been a long journey to get here. You guys, after leaving the Plain Devourers jail, trekked through the Feywilds, guided by a little mushroom cat, and made your way to where court was being held. You guys spent a couple of days there while everybody took their time showing up. Last to show up, of course, were the Archfey. You guys decided to impersonate the head of the Ruxskin Circle after an unfortunate run-in on the way here, partially due to some pixie shenanigans. And on the way also got a visit from a one Corvin Covenbane, who's up to something. He has asked you guys to vote on a proposition that he's going to come up with here at court. He wanted you to vote against him, but also, as the conversation was running its end, said, if you want to vote against me, that's fine too. We still don't know what the proposal is, but with the help of Corvin and Jordan Gallendale, who Aden's father is the personal guard of, Aden's sister is also having her first big mission. And you see that the heads of the circles are all surrounding this little pond with the two Archfey there in the center. Gus, you are front and center. You're on the ground, looking around at all these prominent members of these Fey circles. The rest of you are suspended in the air above Gus in a bubble. You guys are looking around. You see Aden's father and sister closest to you, as Jordan stands closest to Gus. To the left of the pond, you guys see Esmeralda Sturgis. Just past her, Vextalia Platilian. And in front of her, Corvin Covenbane stands leaned up against this giant stump that Vextalia sits on. As you guys look past the Archfey, you see Maven Hexy head of the Hexy Circle as she kind of plays in the pond she stands next to with her foot. Sitting on a stump just past Jordan sits Delaire Swiftveil. In the bubbles above these guys, you see behind Delaire is these little, they look like bushes. But every once in a while, you see one blink. And their leaves rustle, even though there's, as you feel around, no wind penetrating through this bubble you find yourselves in. Over there with Maven, there's these little raccoon folks that are just kind of, they look like they could care less what's going on. They're just playing around with one another. There next to Corvin is this one singular homeless looking guy. It's hard to tell if he's elf, human. His long, shaggy hair covers his ears. Most of his features across his face, but he looks malnourished as far as his arms and body goes. Vextalia has some serpentine type creatures kind of pacing back and forth throughout their bubble. And the Lady Esmeralda, shocker to none, she has these satyrs just kind of posting up, like looking kind of anxious, but maybe they're just kind of hungover from being drunk the last 2 days. An eerie silence falls over Corbin. Steps up from his lean on the tree. My dear Faye, I come to you with a proposal. As you all know, we have been confined to our realm for far too long. We have danced under the moonlight and frolicked in the forests, but have never truly explored what lies beyond our borders. Sure, your people, and his emotions to Jordan, do their doings out in the material plane, but it is time for us to venture into the material plane for good. At this point, Jordan speaks up. But the material plane is dangerous, filled with mortals who do not understand our ways. To which Corvin responds, yes, but that is precisely why we must go. We have much to learn from the mortals, and they have much to learn from us. We can show them the beauties of nature and magic, and in return, they can teach us about their technologies and advancements. We can forge alliances and build bridges between our worlds. Esmeralda speaks up. What about the risks of being discovered? You're trying to infiltrate their plane, are you not? We would be careful, of course. We will not reveal ourselves to those who would harm us. But we cannot live in fear forever. We must take a chance and see what lies beyond our realm. We can do this. To which Delaire speaks up. And what of our responsibilities here? Who will watch over our court while we are away? We shall choose our most trusted companions to stay behind and watch over the court. They will have our full authority to make decisions in our absence. To which Delaire responds, very well. Swiftveil Circle approves. Maven kicks up water from the pond. A risky venture this is. But I can see the potential benefits. I'm in. Thank you, my friend. Who else is with me? Vextilia raises her hand. I, too, am willing to take the risk. Let us explore the material plane. See what wonders await us. And what say you? As his eyes pan to you, Gus. Ruckskin. As this grin just creeps up the sides of his face.
Me, I've never known, I've never heard of a Coven Bane doing something to help others. So I'm a little confused on why you're talking about bridging the peoples together. It just doesn't seem like your MO.
And what would you know of the history of Covenbane? Please elaborate.
I know that you're not a friend of Dryads.
Try it. What?
In fact, on our way here, we actually ran into some Dryads. And oddly enough, their dying breath was a blood-curdling.
On your way here, yes. When might that have been? Perhaps. Where did this take place?
It's been. Oh man. Where did this take place?
Give me a history check. And give me a wisdom save. Okay. You feel this like intense pressure coming down upon you. Because you know that was in the material plane.
Oh, yeah. Oh man. Oh, this is rough.
You see, my fellow circle members, this Ruckskin, he knows nothing of the history of Covenbane. We have a strong history with all of you. You know, we only have what is best in mind for the Fae. So I ask you again, Ruckskin, how do you vote?
I vote no.
Oh dear. Jordan? No. Lady Esmeralda? I No. I must say no. Oh dear. Well, my dearest Archfey, it seems we've found ourselves in a bit of an impasse. What shall we do? The Archfey look at each other. The one sitting on the rock, Veroth. I have thought about the technologies of the other planes. Well, I say yes. Uh, Theova looks back at you, Gus, and then her eyes glance upwards uh, to Erithar, who had made a bit of a connection with her after she showed up. What do you do as her eyes meet yours, Erithar?
Uh, oh, oh, oh. I'm going to use my psionic mind and speak to her telepathically.
What do you say?
I say Coven Bane wants a draw to put you in danger.
Give me a persuasion check. You see a little smirk come on the side of her face, and you can see the smile in her eyes as she whips vision back over to Coven Bane. No. To which Veroth looks at her. Well, perhaps we will open things up for discussion. Shall we? I don't know. And he looks up at the bubbles. Says, I think, Theovia, I should speak just to you for a moment. And they both like cross their legs, get low, and then begin to slightly levitate into the air. Their eyes both just go white. Gus, what do you do?
I'm really sorry I was getting a beer. I'm so sorry.
Oh, okay. Well, the two archfey have decided to hold a private discussion, but they are right out there in the open. They just both like crisscross applesauce levitated up into the air, and their eyes went white as they look like they're about to be having a private conversation. Give me a perception check. You see that Covenbane is his wheels are turning. He like, yes, this is what I wanted. It's go time, sort of thing. What do you do?
do I kill us? Let's see.
Quick question.
Yeah.
Can objects or anything pass through this bubble?
I will say that you like had like poked it with your staff or something like that just to see. And no, it appears to be while it holds the appearance of a bubble, it's definitely like a magical force
Enclosure
field.
or whatever.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
Does it seem like it could be broken at all?
Give me an Arcana check.
Oh God.
It's definitely an impenetrable wall of force.
Excellent.
What's it going to be, Gus?
So I guess I'm like, I'm just looking at them start talking to each other.
You absolutely hear nothing, but they appear to be linked. To one another.
I'll just shout. Don't trust Covenbane. He is not looking at the Fae's best interest. He's looking at his best interest. And if he wants to leave the Fae, it's not for the good of the Fae.
Maven Hexy, the one playing in the pond over there, kind of gives you a look. Roll me persuasion. She says, "You never did say anything of the history of Covenbane. What exactly do you know? What knowledge do you have that Hexy does not?" You say he has a disliking for dryads. How? How do you know? You answered nothing.
I've been to the other plane. I've met with these dryads. I've seen them. and I've watched one die in my hands or in my arms. And before they died, their last word to me was Coven Bane. And I know that if I was to ever be killed by someone, I would try to tell whoever was near me who had killed me.
Vextalia chips in. How do we know these aren't Ruxkin lies meant to tarnish this good man's nature?
I mean, does he deny it?
Oh, to insinuate that I would kill lowly dryads. Please. And he like gives you a look like, keep going.
Oh man, I'm bad at this. Let's see.
What?
I'm trying to look and see if I had anything in my inventory. Yeah, I've come in. We I don't need to talk to you. We understand that we're on opposite sides here. Nothing I can say will change your mind. Nothing you can say will change mine.
Delaire gets down off the tree stump and begins to walk towards you. Do you do anything as she approaches?
Yeah, I'll walk up. Like it's very obvious that she's walking towards us or
Oh,
towards me.
very much so.
Yeah, I'll walk up. Oh, what just happened?
She leans in. You don't smell of Fae. To which you see Jordan like he looks down at you. Your eyes kind of catch Aden's brother, father, and sister up there, just above him, and they are, excuse me, looking down like, oh no. What do you do?
My travels, like I said, I've been to the material plane. My travels take me. Me and my crew are. I've been adventuring a long time, and maybe just a little different due to my time in the material plane.
No. No. You reek of the material plane. Tell me, how old are you, Ruxkin?
If I may,
Mm-hmm.
I say that. Can I talk to the thing?
Uh, you notice that as you speak, nobody's eyes look at you. Nobody. You get the sense that without some sort of magical means, there, no one can hear you.
Can I use my psionic mind then?
You can. What do you want to say?
I'm gonna tell Gus to just shut her down. Just be. Why do I have to answer your questions? Who are you to question me? That sort of thing.
Gus?
Yeah, I guess I'll stand up a little taller, and I'll just say, I'm done being questioned by you. Who are you? You are just another member of this court. I don't answer to you.
Give me an intimidation check.
Just one time. One time.
Not bad. Give me just a quick second here. Her response is, I am Delaire Swiftfail. My family is one of the oldest amongst the Feywilds. And who are you?
Can I cast prestidigitation and like some fireworks, kind of exploding things bright to try and grab her attention, but inside the bubble, obviously.
Yeah. Give me a performance check, if you would, please. Just to see how good of a show you put on. Okay. Her eyes do drift up your direction.
I'm gonna be like two finger pointing, like Macho Man Randy Savage style, towards Aaron or Adam. Sorry.
Okay.
Those guys.
Yeah.
Her eyes jump over to Adam real quick. Adam?
I mouth. Let me help.
Give me a persuasion with disadvantage.
Disadvantage.
Nice.
She looks back down at you, Gus. Says, why does your servant up there speak of helping?
He's not a servant. He's my ally. And you do
Goblins.
well to heed what he says.
She looks at you and give me a either persuasion or intimidation. You got the same modifier for both, so either one.
I think we're
No, Gus.
Inspiration.
what?
No.
Everybody does have an inspiration. This I will remind you. If you would like to use your inspiration right now, you can.
Yeah, I think that's probably a good time. Was it just a D4?
No, it's just another roll. You have advantage on the check, basically.
Oh yeah, I'm definitely using that then. Can I also? I mean, I don't know if a little will help too much, but I can give it a +3 with Fortune of the Many.
Okay.
Give me an 11.
Well, she rolled a 17 on the dice.
Gotcha.
And she stands up tall. And her hair kind of like begins to float out away from her body and go from this like long black to like short and white as she says, who are you?
I'm gonna use Sonic Mind again.
Okay.
Tell Gus, just tell her that you're the Ruxkin representative, and if she questions you anymore, you'll have Faulkner verify your identity.
Yeah,
Try that. See if that gets us killed.
it's a good shot. Yeah.
Give me a persuasion check. She ain't having none of it. Her hair grows ever shorter, ever wider. It's now just this like white, spry bit of hair around her head as her skin goes from this beautiful, dark cream, soft skin to shriveled, wrinkly. She goes from a 10 to a 2 real quick. And you see her eyes like are the last thing to change, and they go from like solid big pupil, big iris to just like narrow.
I face step out of the bubble. Down that's the Gus.
Roll initiative.
But as I say, it's the one thing I was gonna do as I'm face stepping,
Mm-hmm.
I'd call out for Faulkner.
Okay. As you face step out of the bubble, all the bubbles one by one pop, 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 pop. Roll me some initiative, fellas.
You know, we didn't call no gives you backsies. Let's just backtrack a minute. Oh, I'm sure. Oh, here we go. Yeah. Oh, that wasn't me. I didn't target myself either. I probably screwed that up, didn't I?
It's all good. I got it. Clear that. Clear it. That turn. 22. Gus at turn 12. 12. Suckus with a 5. Erthar. With a 5. Sorry, guys. It's going to take me just a second to get these all in here.
Oh, fuck. At least it sounds like you were prepared that this was going to happen and you have all the tokens.
Did
You know?
There was any other outcome?
I was really hoping.
I was really hoping too, honestly. I had high hopes that we
That our +1 charisma guy was gonna talk his way out of this?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. It is a plan.
Just the dice did not allow it.
2 archfey are gonna come out of their trance thing and find 3 fewer council members.
Oh yeah, I forgot they're in the trance. I was wondering what the fuck they were doing during all this.
Yeah, they're having some like Avatar moment, you know, where they're like tails intertwined.
So this is the one. Where's the one that lights Casey over here? Or lights AFR? That one lights AFR.
Yeah, it's the one that I.
Well, like, get her to like you more.
Well, she's in a trance.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I know.
yeah.
Get her out of that and have her like you.
Well, if she makes it through this with her life, then she'll like me a lot.
Just for reference, which of the Fae leaders actually like us other than Jordan?
The Satyr one, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
Esmeralda.
We got 2.
So what, we got the one on the left and to the right of us, right?
Yes.
That's even. Ish.
Well, we outnumber them. Well, actually, no, yeah, it's 3. I forgot Swiftville's in front of us or whatever.
Maybe that's some little minion shit, but
Oh god, guys, this is gonna be fucking crazy.
I should have rolled all these ahead of time, but I didn't. So
Well, I'm gonna take this time to refresh my drink.
yeah, you're
Yeah.
towards the end of the initiative order anyway. So you know. It'll be okay, I think.
I'm gonna take the time to dip my chair to she ready.
Your second one for the one you're gonna start after you die here?
Yeah.
Yeah, me too.
Blade Center, you know? Nice.
Finally, the Blade Singer, huh?
Yeah.
Been waiting
Ready.
for it. Just wondering when you return to the Yale Wizard.
The problem with wizards,
So many problems with
there's
Wizards.
not many things, but one of them is you just kind of do the same thing in the end. Because the spells is so fucking good. 28?
He rolled a 19 on the
Shit.
dice. I don't know what to tell you.
I'm at 22 and I'm 5th in initiative.
There were some high rolls. I don't make.
Wait. He rolled a 19 on initiative. He has +9 initiative.
He does. I didn't make the stat blocks. I got a book.
Yeah, well, we got a dragon, so he can have whatever he wants.
Do we? I don't see.
I don't know.
I mean,
I don't know.
for what it's worth, Delaire rolled a nat 20 and only ended up with a 25. So there, I mean, we're talking. These are high level beings.
So she's got 22
For sure.
dexterity.
Yeah, we know they're high level beings. That's the problem.
Yes.
There's very
Wow.
much the dilemma right now.
So
Nothing goes right. Nothing goes right.
as
This would be a perfect time for my Titan friend to come out.
as the bubbles all pop, you all are dropped to the ground. No damage or anything like that, but everybody just and like people are super on edge, except for Corbin. He reaches into his pocket, pulls out what looks like a little cookie, and hands it over to the homeless man who's got his mouth open. And he drops it. Into his mouth. He looks over in your guys' general direction, just smiles. Maven takes a step back and under her breath starts murmuring. Delaire begins to float into the air in front of you. Doesn't do anything beyond that, but just begins to rise up into the air. Esmeralda goes from leaning against a tree to a firm posture. Admin, you just called out to Faulkner. Nothing yet. What do you do?
Look, everyone just take a deep breath here. This is not who we are. We need to be talking about the matters at hand.
Give me a persuasion check with disadvantage, as you were the one that busted through the bubble. Ooh, that's really good. Yeah.
What?
You give me an insight check.
Not so great.
Even on an 8, you can see that like everybody that's not on your side, except for Covenbane, who's like helping this guy chew, is like looking at you, not at anything else going on, like at you. You peer over just behind your dad and your sister, and like Jordan's like sighing, like, "Oh no, oh no." Esmeralda on the other side is like, looks like she's processing what just happened. Do you have anything else you'd like to do with your turn?
How much more can I say?
I'll give you another 2 sentences.
Oh, jeez. Give me a run-on sentence.
I mean,
What are commas?
It's like 5th grade paragraph writing. Just one long sentence. Okay. The Vutsian hasn't entirely told the truth, but he hasn't entirely told a lie either. We have been sent here by Faulkner to help the Fae.
okay. I'll let you ride that. I'll let you ride that 22. Is that it for your turn?
That is... yeah. Yeah. Don't need to be aggressive yet. We're all friends here.
Okay.
Actually, I'm going... no, I'll hold my ground.
Okay. Given the intensity of the situation, if you would like to do something like take the dodge action or something that's not going to involve a whole lot of like moving and that, I will allow you to do that if you so choose.
I would love to take the dodge action.
Cool. The satyrs in front of Esmeralda, who were like kind of looking like on edge but hungover, they are like now like full attention as they like kind of wrap around Esmeralda. Vextalia stands up on the stump. Traitors! How dare you? As she points down at you, Adden. I'll let you give me another insight check, if you would, please. As she goes on to say that basically you broke the law. You broke terms of court by interfering. You are not a member of court. No one even knows at this point, unless they do know, if Gus is a member of the court. Which two, three members of court know for sure that you guys are not who you say you are. The other ones are leaning towards you're not who you say you are either. And give me a second. She's obviously not the talker of the duo. As she begins to just like repeat herself, like, but just going on and on and on and on and on. Adden, your father is. This is the most scared you have ever seen your dad. He is still holding himself proud and strong and like he's here for a reason. But you can see it in his eyes. He's torn right now between his duty and his son. Like if something is going to happen and he has to choose one to step in front of, it might break him. And he takes a step forward. The raccoons start to scatter. Adden, your sister looks visibly terrified. There's no insight check needed. Everybody can see it. This was supposed to be her first mission. It was supposed to go off without a hitch. Everything was supposed to be fine. But it's not fine. And she is scared. Very scared. She doesn't take a step. Gus, what do you do?
I think I'm just gonna play the passive game and just say that I meant no disrespect to her or her family. We're just looking out for the best of all of the planes, and us fighting here today is not going to help anybody, except for maybe Cornbane.
Give me a persuasion.
You gotta hit one.
One of them's gonna come.
Oh.
It's not that one.
Not yet,
It's
yet.
not that
Keep
one.
going.
Yep.
One of us will get it.
Do you have anything you would like to do action-wise?
So I guess if I take the dodge action, is it
Mhm.
like would they know that I did that?
No.
Like would okay. I'll do that then.
Okay.
Because if they knew it, I was going to do nothing just to appear like.
Sure.
Yeah.
Jordan places a hand on Rikrana's shoulder and murmurs a little something under his breath. And you see that she goes from like hyperventilating to a calmer breath as he doesn't walk closer, but he looks over at the four of you and just kind of you don't see the gleam in his eye that was there when you first saw him, when you first went to his tower and actually met him. He looked happy. He looked like he could keep doing this forever. But the look in his eyes now is tired and just exhausted. Exhausted. The snakes around Vextalia slither down. Their eyes set on the group of you. But they don't come any closer. Arathar, what do you do?
I'm gonna get to the left of Gus here,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm also going to take the dodge action, and I'm just gonna be standing there smiling, just ready for it. You look at me, you can tell I'm ready for it.
Perfect. Anything to say, or you want to make like an intimidation check, or how?
Oh no intimidation check. I'm
Okay.
just one of those situations where I know I might die, and let's fucking go, you know.
Okay. Succus, you're out of the bubble. The bubble is no longer keeping you at bay. What do you do?
I'll walk up behind Gus here, kind of centered in our group. And I'm gonna offer to the group in front of me, Adam, Gus, and Arathar, of anybody want some honey? And I'm gonna take a handful of honey and eat it from my honey pot, which is the one that's contaminated.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Yes, it is.
No, don't do it. No,
Can I purposely? Oh no!
Can I offer that as like a reaction to the party members?
Give me. you certainly can hold it out there.
We almost had a chance.
They
I present it as I like grab a scoop for myself.
everybody else has gone before you in initiative and is already taking the dodge action. So they are well aware of the fact that you are offering the honey, and they're like, their heads are on swivels right now. So when you say that, they instantly are able to look back and see that you're just like munching down on something. Give me a D100, please.
I went from looking ready to looking horrified.
Yeah, us satyrs like to party.
Okay. Uh, you, all of a sudden, well, not all of a sudden. It's gradual, but fairly steep. Uh, begin to feel this like almost euphoric feeling. Uh, I mean, sort of similar to like if you were to like not have smoked weed in like 3 months and then you just like rip a blunt like 3 times, just like doop 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 doop, and then like
I gotcha.
yeah
That makes perfect sense to me. Actually,
yeah
I know. I see. I know what you're saying.
uh but it's like not a heady sativa. It's like you are a,
Edibles?
a rock. Like you are planted. This is a heavy indica feeling. I don't know if that makes sense to you, Suckus, but
No, I got it.
okay. Yeah, that's kind of the feeling that is coming over you right now. I will take this opportunity to remind you guys that not even 6 seconds has gone by yet at this point in time. Like we are in
Feels
the
like an hour.
yeah, no, I know things are happening. Things are happening.
I don't want things to happen like this.
Speaking of things happening,
Oh God. It's a
our
cookie monster.
our homeless man is gobbling this cookie down, and as he swallows, you guys see like his mouth open, and his chin goes back, and his hair falls down from his ears are now being able to be seen for the first time. And this is no elf. This is very much a human. And all of a sudden, his back arches, and it like cracks, and he begins to like. You guys very clearly hear the sounds of bones breaking as his like upper body expands like it's bloated, and his shirt just rips, and all of a sudden he begins to shrink back down on his spine, and just his spine, as it pops and rips into his body, as his head goes fully back, like one of those like Power Ranger toys that they used to have, you know, like you squeeze the legs or something and it's just like
Sure.
yeah. And his ribs, broken and mangled, clearly visible at this point, lengthen and sharpen, but still remain broken at the end. Now just like pointy, super sharp, broken ribs, as it fully turns into like this Venus flytrap of a man, as he like starts to walk backwards. It looks weird, like an ostrich, like because his knees and legs are still like one way, but like he's stepping backwards. as the rib cage expands and begins to glow as this dark black ichor begins to like creep out from where his waist, and this smoke begins to emanate from out of the center of him. And he clamps on to the archfey. Meanwhile, the trees over here.
Are they gonna shift in some grotesque way?
You see that for the most part, they just plant. Then they're moving even less than they did when they were in the bubble, which is odd. But one of them, like, grows these little branch legs and starts, like, running and just, like, wraps around this tree as the tree bark kind of shifts and changes, and an eyeball opens, and then another one, slightly like off kilter, like one's low, one's high, but not like the bottom, the great, or the top. Sorry, I was reading your little comment there. As the tree begins to move, Covenbane, just watches, raises his hand slowly before clenching it into a fist. And as he does, the Venus flytrap of a man clamps onto the archfey. And begins to grow. At this point, Theova instantly, with like this magical burst, comes out of the trance, as does Veroth. But Veroth has a look of shock and just disbelief on his face as blood begins to pour out of his mouth. The Archfey snaps her fingers. Boom. She's right behind you guys. I need you all to make me a save. Let me double check what it is real quick.
Is this one of those anime nothing personal kid things? Teleport.
No.
Shove a katana through
No,
the torso of one of them.
no, it is not. Uh, Sorry, guys. All of you just roll a d20 for me while I look this up, and then we'll add your modifier to it once I get the right one.
Can we be
There
any
it
more
is.
mediocre?
So we all just made some con saves. So will you guys let me know what you got here? 13, 14, 11, 14. All right, so nobody saved. You all find yourself under the effects of the slow spell until the end of your next turn. To speed this up, everybody else is just kind of waiting for something else to happen, but watching what's going on in the middle with just disbelief, as far as Esmeralda and Jordan, uh, even Delaire Swiftveil. Her attention is no longer just on you guys; like it is heavily focused on what's going on in the middle here as well. But can you all roll me an insight check real quick?
I'm just gonna ask,
Mhm.
but is it even worthwhile for me?
Yep, you're super focused. You are hyper aware of what's going on right now. Everybody but Erithar notices that Delaire is also under the effects of the slow spell from the Archphase step.
She couldn't have like gone back a few feet, like back here or something first. Like, come on, man. Archfey have no consideration for others.
So the effects of the slow spell, your speed is halved. You have a -2 penalty to your AC and to Dex save throws. You can't use reactions. On your turn, you can either use an action or a bonus action, not both. And regardless of abilities or magic items, you can't make more than one attack. You guys are level 4 anyway, so that's if anybody attempts to cast a spell with a casting time of an action, you got to roll a d20 on an 11 or higher. The spell doesn't take effect until your next turn, and you must use your action on your next turn to complete the spell. If you can't, then the spell is wasted, so spell slot gone. Unlike the slow spell, you don't make a save at the end of your turn. Just after your turn, it is done. So we will go to Adden first. What do you do?
Do none of you care about the Archfey? As I point out to the middle. And I'm gonna shoot the thing attached to him.
Okay.
That one hits the Archfey.
Ooh, 21. Yeah, he's growing. You definitely Definitely hit it. Not very good damage, though.
Almost the worst, you could say.
Yeah, very, very close. Do you want to move at all?
Yes. Take one step back.
Okay. I think girlfriend would just stay there. Um, your sister is now taking a readiness as well. Uh, Gus,
Hi.
what do you do?
I guess I would try to head towards the archway. So my movement's halved.
Your movement is halved.
15. All right, so I'd get like to the water line. And so I can start casting a spell, but it doesn't go off until my next turn.
Correct.
The thing that has the archfey, like, does it have a head at all?
Before you move,
Okay.
I actually need a Constitution save from you because there's this honeypot being offered right behind you.
Ooh, I'll go deep. Let's go deep on it. Ooh, yeah.
You've
All
been
right, so I'm gonna like in sloth
Yep.
mode, just
You've been
dip and eat.
you've been waiting to get this honeypot back. Just waiting to get that honeypot back.
Can I take the pot too? Like he's dazed, right? So I can like take the pot and eat at the same time.
Give me a strength check. Contested by Succus, either a dexterity save or a strength save. Your choice.
With the slow, what did you say it affects with the dex?
Your dex is you have disadvantage, I believe. Oh no, you have a -2 penalty to your dex saving throws.
Is that -2 to my dex stat, which then would drop it by 1, or -2 on the actual plus to the saving throw?
Yeah, just whatever you roll for your dex save, it's going to be -2.
Okay. Didn't matter.
All right. Yeah. Gus, you get that honey pot. Give me a D100, please.
All right. So I just want to say this now. I love you guys. Please don't ever stop playing with me. Yeah, that's a good number. That's a good number. I'm dead.
Okay.
Just sit back and enjoy the show.
I'm just gonna be a wizard that can roll a force you all the time.
Yeah.
Roll a force the entire fight.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go full optimization to make up for everything you guys do.
Gus,
I couldn't control myself, okay?
you are so happy right now. You don't know if it's the honey, the fact that you got your honey pot back, but you just have the honey glows. You are like Winnie the Pooh, when he sits down and he's about to eat some honey, you're just like just vibing hard. Your dopamine and serotonin levels are just through the roof right now. You're feeling good, baby. You don't even care what's going on in the center of this pond right now.
All right. Well, in that case, can I go check out the tree?
The
I'm
tree.
I guess I'm walking that way. The walking tree. I don't know what I'm supposed to, I got like that's what I have to do, right? I feel like
Give me a
curveball to the encounter that we knew was going to happen.
give me either a dex save or a strength save as you feel a slight tug on the back of your shirt. Okay. So you go to walk towards that tree, but you feel a pulling on the back of your armor, and you're like feet are moving. You think you're walking closer. Uh, the rest of you all see that the Archfey has a firm grip on the collar of Gus's armor, and he's not going anywhere.
Finally, an adult.
I'm walking on sunshine.
Suckus, you feeling good right now too, but unfortunately, someone just took your honeypot. But I mean,
welcome to the
it's
fun.
it's
there's two of them.
it's not that bad.
Oh God.
It's not that bad. Like he's not going anywhere with it. What do you do?
Um, I trust him with it. So I'm just going to. Quick question: can I move through teammates? Yes or no?
Totally.
Okay. And half movement due to slow.
Correct.
I'm just gonna head over to the other satyrs.
Give me a give me
Didn't see that one come, did you?
give me
No.
give me a persuasion check with advantage as you just mosey on over there. Yeah. They're like looking at you like what? And uh they're like not sure where their attention should be focused right now. They're like all torn between looking at Esmeralda, looking at you, looking at the Archfey that's zapped around, looking in the middle of the pond, looking up at Covenbane. Like they're just like, what is happening? It's been like 10 seconds and shit is just hitting the fan.
Quick question.
Yeah.
How high is this tree stump?
15 feet.
All right. I'm gonna use my bonus action since I haven't done anything, and I'm gonna
Okay.
spend a key and use Step of the Wind to take the dash action, and my jump distance is doubled.
Okay.
And I'm just gonna jump up there.
Perfect.
And
I
that's it.
okay. Arathar, what do you do?
Would it be an action to destroy that honeypot?
So here's what I'll say. I will say that Gus is feeling good. He thinks he's walking over to this tree, but he really likes this honeypot. Like that is it. It's his, and he got it back, and he doesn't want to let it go.
All right. That's fine.
You
We'll do it later.
well, you could. Let me finish. You could try to take the honeypot. You could just try to smash the honeypot. In order to smash the honeypot, you would need to beat Gus's AC by 3. If you don't beat it by 3, you will hit Gus.
Yeah. No, we're just gonna take a step back. We're gonna go to. We're not gonna do that. We're not gonna do that.
Okay.
How high in the air is she again?
She's just like 5 feet above the ground. Maybe not even like she's kind of hovering up and down between like 3 to 5 feet off the ground. But she is intently watching what's going on in the middle. But also under the slow. You don't know that she's under the slow condition. But yeah, she looks like she's not paying attention to you guys anymore, which is cool. As you take a step away from the Archfey, you hear this whisper. I can't protect you out there.
Just want to check in on something real quick.
Okay.
All right, yeah, Psionic Mind is no action. So I'm gonna just say back, I understand.
Okay.
I'm just gonna yell out, some protectors of the Fae you are, and then I'm gonna throw a spear at this guy.
Okay. Uh, 18 hits. You throw a spear, it sticks into the side of this thing. Okay.
When you throw a versatile weapon,
Uh-huh.
which damage do you roll?
So
Should be
One or the bigger
ultra-
one?
It's, whatever the alternate damage is, should be the versatile one. I would think.
But when you throw it,
yeah, I'm pretty sure the bigger one is for when you like two-hand stab with it.
oh, okay. So just the D6 then for.
Yeah, I believe so. I might be wrong. We'll have to look it up later. But
That's fine.
unless somebody wants to look it up now, it doesn't. I'm not hurting. we'll adjust it if it ends up being the bigger one. But yeah, you throw that spear and it sticks in him. Give me a persuasion check. Oh, not bad. Not bad. Okay. As this spear sticks him in the side, you see around it like starts to bubble, and it like kind of begins to envelop the spear, before like shrinking back into the flesh of this Venus flytrap man, and like expunge it from itself. As the like black ichor that was like coming out of it from the like the bottom of the mouth at his waist, begins to envelop the body of the archfey who's being essentially swallowed. As the like the teeth, the ribs just like close even more, and you hear the what would be his voice as just like gargled liquid begins to like, he was already bleeding from the mouth, but now this blood has become like black sludge as he's like being sucked into this creature. The ova is behind everybody. Adden, you're probably the only one that is paying attention and in close line of sight to be able to see this. So give me a perception check. Or insight, up to you. She looks visibly sad that Erithar walked away. And a tear comes down her face. And she vanishes. Covenbane comes around to the backside of this creature and shoves his hand like into what would have been the chest of the man, and rips out his heart. But it instead is this just like beating rock of blood red obsidian. As he pulls that from this creature, the archfey is fully engulfed. Oh, wrong one. One by one, things start to pop off. I need you guys to there we go. Give me perception checks. Gus and Suckus, you guys are gonna have disadvantage. Okay. You guys all notice that this creature is just like starting to like bubble and bloat like all over. Maven claps her hands, catching all the attention of the raccoons before she disappears. Delaire screams, "No!" and rushes towards Coven Bane and the creature. And she lets out this magical burst that knocks Coven Bane back. And he looks like he took a hit. He's not heavily wounded by any means. He's not like bleeding out. But she hit him hard. Esmeralda looks at what's going on and like her eyes get big as she grabs the back of the satyr in front of her and kind of pulls him and the other ones close, looks back at Suckus, says, "I'm sorry," and disappears with the satyrs.
Oof, not one of them.
Adam, that brings us to you.
We need to go. All of us now. And I'm gonna start running just south as far as I can. The dash.
Okay. Give me a Constitution save. Okay, so you go running south, and you're like looking back and forth, trying to just get out, when all of a sudden you're picked up and pushed back to the edge of the tree line. Right there. If you'd like to take a different action than the dash action, you can do so. But there is definitely a magical effect keeping you out of whatever is beyond this space.
Jordan, how do we leave? My turn.
Okay. Your dad turns, looks at Jordan, and then looks at you and your sister. Grabs her and pulls her closer to you. And reaches out to try to grab your hand and pull you close. Do you take it?
Yeah, I'll take it.
He tries to pull you closer to Jordan. Do you allow him to?
Yes.
All right. With both hands on his children, he looks like he's heading back to Jordan. Vextalia begins to laugh, and you see this magic begin to emanate from around her as this cage of sorts appears around her. The raccoons all run towards this plant creature man thing, and one by one just jump into the creature's mouth. Except for this little guy that couldn't make it there in time. Actually, you know what? Fuck it. He dashed. He made it too. Adding your sister reaches a hand out to Jordan. Who looks at her and then at your dad and then at you, does not take her hand. Gus, that brings us to you.
Uh, I guess I'm gonna run up here.
Okay.
And I'm gonna. Oof. Oh, actually, hold on. I'm gonna. What is this? I'm gonna cast. I don't know if it's gonna do anything, but just in case, uh, I'm gonna cast. I'm gonna cast silence.
Okay.
Like right here, because I don't want any of them talking. I just don't want to hear anything coming out of their mouth.
Okay. Fair enough. That wisdom saves.
Hold on, where'd it go? No, it's not. There's no save. There's just they can't talk.
Oh, yeah, it's just the area of silence, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
No spells do it with verbal components. Can't be cast.
Okay.
That stuff. Yeah. And then how deep is this water?
It's just it's a pond. It's definitely not super deep.
All right. Well, I guess I'm gonna just go in and try to help her. I'll just stand here. See what happens. Wait, I'm not slowed anymore, so I have a bonus action.
Yeah.
I don't even know what I would have for bonus actions. It's actually 20 feet.
A 20 foot radius.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can I use my... I'm going to use my bonus action to help... or I guess, so is the Archfey is like just... Is he dead? He's just gonzo inside the...
Give me an investigation check. He might be alive.
I'm gonna give him. I'm gonna try to help him, and for my bonus action with Fey Gift.
Okay.
And I'm gonna give him a whopping. I'm gonna give him some temp HP.
Okay. Anything else for you?
No, that'll do it.
Jordan. He looks.
Jordan.
Hmm?
Said, oh, Jordan.
He looks and says, I told them I would not be able to help them. I can save the members of my guard only. I cannot save him. To which your dad pushes Raykrana into Jordan. And looks at you and says, I'm sorry, son. Save her.
That is my reaction.
Yeah.
I understand.
Jordan disappears with Raykrana. Oh, that's a circle. Suckus. What do you do?
I might have missed it. What was the blue circle? I'm assuming some sort of protection barrier or something, that Coven Bane or whatever.
No, it is actually a silence spell that Gus put out there.
Oh, that was gotcha.
I don't want to hear his fat mouth anymore. So.
Gotcha.
Give me a perception check, Suckus.
Just regular?
Yeah, just regular. Okay.
That was on the 19 and the 51.
I
blame the resolution of my monitor.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Too many pixels.
It was too wide. The dice could have took a different trajectory. It would have bounced differently.
Dang. Disappointing that, you came over here to just be with the other satyrs, kick it, and they dipped. Weak. What do you want to do?
I'm just gonna move 5 feet. I'm gonna ready the dodge action, and I'm just gonna sit down.
Okay.
A little bummed.
Arathar?
I'm gonna look back to where the Archfey was. Just have a solemn look for a second. Just for a second. And I'm also gonna come over here. And I would like to see if I could try to take whatever's covering him off.
Are you talking about the Archfey that's... So yeah. You can give me an investigation check if you'd like.
I will do that.
He's in there for sure. You can get him out 100%. He's alive. You know it. Everybody knows it. Everybody sees it. He's moving around in there. That's what all these bubbles are.
Oh no. Is the goo or whatever still attached to this guy here?
It's just leaking out from the the enclosure. now from the front side where you're at, you also notice that it's leaking out the back where there's just this hole in his body now.
Could I try? Ooh. I want to try pushing him away first. I want to try a good
Okay.
shove.
Just the shove action. Yeah, give me an attack.
Isn't it athletics?
Yeah, sure. Yeah. Yes, you're absolutely right.
Something I can do right. It's something I
Ooh.
can do right, guys.
So, which direction do you push him? Just away from you? Or prone? Or.
Yeah, just away.
Okay. And I'm pretty sure you just push him 5 feet. Am I right on that? It's either 5 feet away or prone.
I think so.
Yeah. So, okay, we'll move him back. Give me another investigation.
I'm gonna use my inspiration.
Okay.
I'm gonna use my inspiration right now.
Okay.
God damn it.
You see a little archface shoe on the rock there. Anything else for your turn?
Um. Would just grabbing onto him to pull him, would that count as grappling? Would that be an action?
Yeah, technically that's yeah, yes. You already used the shove, so I will let you, instead of pushing him, grapple him. It would be the same check, so it'd be the same. I'll let you choose if you want to do either or.
Yeah, I suppose it would be smarter to grapple or try to drag the archfey to me instead of pushing the other guy away.
Would it? Would it? Okay. All right. You have a hold of him for sure. Do you have any more movement or anything, like, now that you have a hold of him? Something you want to do, or?
Yeah, I still have 20 feet of movement left, so I'm going to use it.
Okay. Your speed is halved when you're pulling or pushing someone that's not willing, so just remember that.
Oh no.
Yeah, you kind of reach between one of the teeth and you grab something that you think is the archfey, and you're pulling, and what comes with is the creature itself. Anything else?
Nope.
The creature opens the the mouth of like the Venus flytrap. It's his rib cage like opens back up. You guys, that thought that there was any chance that this archfey was still in there, those thoughts are gone. It is wide open, gaping hole into void of just this black smoke coming out. And Erithar, you realize that you have just a hold of this black tendril. You can choose to continue holding on or let go. It's up to you. Now that you have this realization.
I'll let go of it.
Okay. As you let go, it sucks back into the creature, and it lets out this huge, piercing screech as the smoke just comes shooting out of it. The bubbling on the creature grows more and more and more and begins to just a white light goes across everyone's vision. And then everything super sharp focus as the creature implodes on itself and just explodes immediately afterwards. I'm going to roll some damage here. Erithar and Gus, you both take 57 points of damage from this explosion. You see Delaire also immediately just blasted by this. This shockwave emanates out. I need a dex save from Adden and Succus.
Are we still slowed? I'm guessing
N-
not.
No.
That was only one turn, right?
Yeah, it was just one turn.
By the way, quick question: is this a spell or no?
No, it's definitely a magical thing going on, but as far as like as somebody casting a spell at this point, no.
Okay.
Okay.
It's because I got the high ground.
So Adden and Succus, you both take 28 points of damage. Adden, your dad failed to save. And you are looking him in the eyes as this wave comes from behind him and just completely begins to eat away at the side of his head as he becomes blasted. All of a sudden, the shockwave begins to slow. Time itself has slowed. You're still coherent. Your eyes still can move around and you can look and see what's going on. Suckus has this look on his face like, oh shit. His hair is just like being blown back. A light comes from the other side to your southwest. It's odd that a light would be coming from that direction when there was just an explosion coming from the opposite. But you're able to, in this paused moment of time where you see this explosion kind of taking away your father cell by cell, one at a time, still moving, but so slow. You see a door open. A slender gentleman, pointed ears, and a gold tint to his skin. He's wearing this fedora. He's smoking the ciggy. Walks through this door, closes it behind him. So, you're the ones, huh? He takes this long drag off his cigarette. I come from 1,000 years into the future. And every time, every scenario, always come back to use. We failed as entities. We failed our planes. You know, for 600 years, we led the champions will figure out Archimedes' plans. Look, if you stay here, here's what happens. 100 years from now, this little event, it triggers a war between the Fae and the material plane. You know, shocker, right? Together, they build this massive city. Lasts about 700 years or so, till they create this magic together. You know, powerful enough to rival Pan. You know, the big guy. Now, Pan, see, he didn't like that too much. So, what Pan did is he cut off the magic supply. Took it. It took him 100 years. There was this big battle. Long story short, society lost. And its magic stripped away. From my time, it's been about 100 years since then. And us entities, we can't last without the magic. So, everyone else, takes this long drag of a cigarette before he flicks it away and unbuttons like his jacket, except for one. He flips his tie up over his shoulder and goes, beyond his jacket to his shirt he's wearing, unbuttons it one by one. We transferred the last of our power to one another, and now we just have this. And he opens his shirt up, shows you his chest. This pulsing lock with a keyhole where his heart should be. It's just beating, opening, kind of pulsing very, very slowly, not consistent. You know, Faulkner, he gave his life to create 7 keys in hopes that whoever finds these keys will do what we unfortunately no longer have the strength to do, which is lock Archimedes away for good. Unfortunately, someone has uncovered one of the keys. And they found out what it was. And so someone is trying to summon Archimedes. Now, the air around you is thick with this sense of almost abandonment. Like, that's the feeling that you kind of have right now. I don't know how else to put it. The only sounds as he stops talking that you can hear are these distant wails of the wind, and like the crackling of leaves just burning as this explosion is still ever so slowly expanding. He pulls his hat down, flicks it up, and everything goes black. The sounds of these burning things are replaced by the sound of parchment blowing through the wind, like rolling in a crumpled ball across the ground. You hear it, what sounds like hitting a wall. You find yourself, Adden, now standing with Succus at your side, Arathar and Gus lying on the ground. So, let's fix these guys up real quick. And he lights a cigarette. And blows this cloud of smoke around you and the rest of the party. Arathar and Gus, you guys are back to 1 hit point.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, you guys start to see shapes and colors begin to kind of form around you. And again, this air thick with this sense of abandonment. The sounds of this parchment rolling around, blowing in the wind, the colors and shapes take the appearance of like a building. The buildings on that they're forming appear to be just ravaged by time and neglect. The once proud facades are now cracked and crumbling. The walls covered in graffiti, a mix of vibrant colors and twisted symbols that seem to mock the world that once was. As you guys look at these buildings, the windows are broken. Shards of glass are literally in the ground like fallen stars. The doors are either boarded up or just missing altogether, leaving these gaping black holes in the walls that just lead into darkness. Amidst the decay and destruction, you notice remnants of a bygone era that seemed strangely out of place. This rusted chunk of metal stands sentinel outside of an abandoned building. It's red and white paint, long since faded. This tattered banner advertising a circus, long gone, just flaps in the wind, clinging stubbornly to this nearby pole. As you take in this scene, you can't help but feel this sense of unease. That the world as you know it has been lost, replaced by this twisted present that you now see in front of you. The gentleman with the fedora goes into his jacket, pulls out a card, kind of hands it over to you, Adden. As you take the card and like look at it, it changes. Like if you hold it one way, it says one thing. If you hold it another way, it says another. When you hold it one way, it says, "The chosen will rise, brave and true. Their hearts filled with a fire that can never be quenched. They will journey through darkness and light, facing unimaginable horrors and impossible challenges. But in the end, they will overcome the creature that threatens all planes. Their courage and strength will inspire others, and a new era of peace and prosperity will dawn." But when you turn it, it says, "The chosen are but a pawn in a greater game, manipulated by forces beyond their understanding. They will fail in their quest, their actions causing more harm than good, and the creature will grow stronger, devouring entire plains in its wake. The only hope for salvation lies in abandoning the group and embracing the chaos, for only then can a new order be born." You go from looking at the card to looking at this person in front of you. He says, "Well, sure hope Faulkner was right." And he takes his hat, takes it off, kind of gives you a bow, puts it back on his head. "I'm going to miss that." As he the suit and hat fall to the ground. You hear a toom as they do. as you go over and see, you move the hat, and a single lock. It sits on top of the suit. You pick it up, and you hear a voice. You, the four of you, all of you hear this, by the way, are the chosen. Which prophecy will you fulfill? And as that voice fades away, you hear, hello? Is somebody out there? And that is where we will end tonight's session.
Gus is questioning if the mushrooms are still affecting him and if everyone else heard that. He's just
You feel sober as a bird. I will say that to you right now.
Yeah, where's the honey pot?
What the fuck?
you mind your own business.
Gus is still holding on to it.
Gus has 1 hit point.
Yes, Gus has 1 hit point. Arathar has 1 hit point. There will be no actions taken at this point. But yeah, that is where we're going to end for tonight, because you guys all get level 5. Yay! Yay! Dinner roll, you already know what it is. Thank you so much. I love you. I love your
We did
character.
it.
Does that mean we're just at level 5, or is it XP that'll
Uh,
boost us to 5?
So you guys get enough XP to get to level 5, whatever that is. Just go ahead and set your baseline. Excuse me, for level 5. I will talk to you guys about what my plans for what this will kind of look like and be as far as leveling up goes going forward. Because I kind of want to change that up a little bit, not to the point where like XP won't matter, but it's going to be XP for like certain things. Like once you hit a certain amount of XP, that will count as like a progression point sort of thing. Whether that be your guys's like level or the story. Once a set of like progressions has happened, be it in your characters and what you're doing or the story, and you guys will level up accordingly. So it's hopefully going to continue to allow you guys to get stronger at a decent rate, but also kind of emphasize the story that's being told at the same time. So there's more incentive to not only work on yourselves as characters and kind of grow and do things that help your characters, but also things that push the general plot and story along. So we can reward that sort of behavior too, if that makes sense.
Cool. Sounds good.
Yeah, I like it.
Thanks. I took the idea from Mob. He's doing that in our Wednesday game, and it's pretty cool.
I mean, we did like I think we did Milestone and Strahd, and he's really good at that because it ties feeling powerful and character building to story really well, and the DM can like adjust as needed.
Yeah.
So that if you want to push the story, you can kind of push us or pull whatever, like our power.
Yeah, it will help me like create encounters that are going to be fulfilling, in the sense that I don't have to worry about you guys not like hitting a point and then like going there later and being like 3 levels higher than you should have been, just that sort of thing. And it also, yeah, we're gonna try it. If it doesn't work, doesn't jive for us, then we'll do something different. We'll go back to whatever, maybe do something else. I don't know. But yeah, what I just want to get a what are you guys thinking right now? How do you feel about what just happened? Did you like it? Did you not like it? Are you like yeah, what's kind of the thoughts running through your guys' head right now? I just want to pry.
I'm ready to go curl up in a ball and cry myself to sleep.
I'm still kind of processing, I guess. Like, what the fuck just happened? Like, this guy's from 1,000 years in the future, you said?
Mm-hmm.
And 100 years in our future is when this event happens, right?
So I will share in the Discord the like the history. Uh but but he came from 1,000 years in the future. Uh for 600 years, uh him, Faulkner, the other entities that were from the planes attached to the material plane, uh they enlisted champions to try and figure out what the heck is going on with Archimedes. Uh, but they couldn't figure it out. The time frame, uh, as far as what he told you and what's happened, is that there was 100 years where there was a Fae and material plane war, where they basically the Fae invaded the material plane, uh, and then for the next 700 years, they lived as one, built this massive magic mecca, uh, and uh, Icarus flew a little too close to the sun, so the magic was stripped away after this 100-year battle that society lost. Uh, and It's been 100 years since there was no magic, and the entities can't live without the magic, and they're dying. There, in fact, is only one left, and he has taken all of his magic that he has left, combined with the magic that all the other entities gave, and put it into this lock. He also told you guys that Faulkner made 7 keys, and he gave his life creating those keys as a means to prevent someone from opening the lock. But yeah, that's what he told you.
Basically, this is some Loki TVA shit. We're moving along the timeline.
Timeline warriors nerd.
To be everything we were always supposed to be.
You are the chosen.
Oh, we're gonna roll some HP, aren't we?
If you would like to roll HP right now, go for it. If you want to
Are
take that
we in
average, take
1,000
the
year
average.
future right now?
You are in the 1,000-year future right now.
Yeah, so basically there was 100-year war.
There was
Or
two
not-
200-year wars.
Yeah, but it
Yeah.
started with the 100-year war with the Fae invading. That got settled, and basically the Fae and the material plane coexisted for a while.
And thrived.
They got fucking really good at coexisting. Pissed off some gods. Gods came out and said, "No, don't do that." Had another war, and then they lost. The gods won. Or the god won. Somebody won.
A god definitely took away some magic as like a neener.
Slapped them down.
Yeah.
This is cool as shit. I really like it.
Well, I appreciate you. I've been waiting to drop this for a hot minute. Okay, so going back to what you guys were saying in the chat when things were happening, there was a moment where Smith, you said, I don't think we're gonna stop it no matter what. Like, just like it didn't matter which way we voted. That is partially true, partially untrue. I had plenty of time to plan what would happen if you guys went either way on the vote. If you guys split the vote, this is how this was going to happen. If you hadn't split the vote, things would have happened kind of similarly. But the plan was always to eventually push you guys to this next chapter. And you were going to be level 5 at the end of that encounter in the court, whether you guys voted for or against it. So partially right, partially just a little off, but yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed that as much as I enjoyed running it. I love the double honey pot dip. I'm just gonna throw that out there.
Don't like that part.
I mean, classic suckus move.
We're a very divided party right now on this honey.
It's yeah, so we'll see what the future of the honeypot looks like. We'll see what I guess the future of the future looks like next time we get together and play. You guys are rock stars. You already know. I love and appreciate each one of you. If you're rolling, I see Arathar with that 5. Is that the rolled HP?
It is.
Anybody else rolling HP?
Yeah, I'm gonna. I get a 1d8, so it's just 1d8, right?
It's one.
4.
So it's 1d8 or 5. I think is the what you get if you take the average.
Yeah, screw that. Well, actually, my rolls have been really, yeah.
The-
Well, we'll go with it. We'll twins it up. Okay.
Hey,
I sacrificed it.
yeah, you
In the
did.
name of balance.
I'll get this one day, and then I go into my HP on my character sheet.
Yeah, and if and then you just add 7 to the rolled HP. And it will automatically add your Constitution modifier to your sheet and level and all. It'll do all the extra math for you. You just add 7 to whatever you had there before.
Fucking hell. I'm a ranger.
Ouch.
You just still have at the most HP.
Did anybody multi-class? Is ananybody multi-classing here?
Absolutely not. I did an extra attack at level 5. Come on.
Extra attack.
It is not the time for that.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just wondering. You never know. If someone multi-class before, maybe I don't know.
JC and I are chomping at the bit for level 5 right now.
That's
Find Steed? Are you kidding me, dude? I get to find my Steed now? Hell yeah.
I'm a Beastmaster Ranger without being a Beastmaster Ranger. So I have 7 Beasts now.
perfect.
A better Beastmaster Ranger.
I gotta find my
Spiritual
That's
weapon?
going
Hell
for
yeah, bro.
Level 5.
Oh, you got spiritual weapon now?
I do.
Thank you so much,
Dude,
everybody,
you
for
start
tuning
doing
in
so
and
good
watching.
now. Like level 5.
We appreciate you. If
Paladin
you
pops the fuck
enjoyed tonight's episode, come back next time
Steps is the saves, isn't
for the Tales of the Towering
it's the
Timbers.
aura. Protection. And then level 7 is your big boy aura.
Join us on Discord.
Mhm.
Come join in the conversation. Have a good time. Post memes. We love it. We love you. They love paladins. Have a good night.